Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icons to miss any of my most awesome videos. There you go. In front of us we have the Sangean DT110. It's an AM/FM stereo portable headset radio. I purchased this radio for around $12 off eBay. And here we go. Sangean Deep Bass Boost DT110. This is how I got it actually. No box or papers or anything like that. It's got a crystal case, as you can tell. Semi-transparent, not completely clear, which I think is pretty awesome. Now you'll see other models out there like the Discovery Channel. I think there's different brands that Sangean made it for. So it's a pretty prolific radio. You'll probably find this all the time out there and at varying prices. So that's why I'm reviewing this cool little digital radio, give you an idea of what it can and can't do. So, alrighty. Let's go ahead and talk about the dimensions real quick. We have 3 3/4 inches across, 2 3/8 of an inch high, and 7/8 of an inch in depth. For size comparison, I brought a few radios out. We have the Sangean SR2 that I reviewed. Pretty awesome little radio. Love this little guy. Too awesome. Get your hands on one of these. You'll love it. Just an awesome little pocket radio. And then I brought out another awesome radio. This is still available, new. The DT210. Phenomenal radio. Takes 2 AAA batteries. Has a speaker too. Also digital. But this one usually comes with a bell clip. Mine did not have a bell clip when I bought this used. But yeah, this is just another nice radio. And then we have the Iron Man. So this thing is about the size of a deck of cards, it looks like. So let's kind of compare it. Almost the same thickness. Looks like it hangs over a little bit in height. Almost the same width, just slightly narrower. So it gives you an idea. About the size of a deck of cards. Cool. All right, let's talk about features of the Sangean DT110. Yes, I love these radios. I'm always on the lookout. I think they're pretty awesome. Let's see. Features as we're talking about. The translucent case I think is pretty neat. You can see the ferrite antenna inside, which is 2 inch. I measured that out. And it actually looks like it's wound very nicely. You can see through that case there. Pretty impressed with that. On the front here, Sangean, we have our LCD display. We have 3 buttons underneath that display. We have memo, recall, and priority. These are pretty much all for your presets, and I'll show you those when we operate the radio. And of course, I think I told you that it says FM stereo, AM, PL synthesized, receiver, DT110. Over here, we have your tuning up and down, seeking up and down. The band select button here, you can barely make out the writing. You gotta look kind of at an angle because it's black on black there. But band, and then over here is our mono and stereo mode for the FM band. You can see the PCB underneath there. I think it's pretty cool. See all the circuits. I like it. I love this crystal shell. It's pretty neat. Reminds me of the 90s. Okay, right hand side here we have the headphone jack, which is of course FM stereo. Headphone experience, not very good. I was pretty upset with that. A lot of hiss on this radio. Low level, mid level, and high level. So you'll hear it all the time when you're using it. It's almost like it's in stereo mode, like wide stereo, and it's got that hiss. Now it sounds good when you got a nice stereo station coming in, but if you're listening to AM, it's just too much sometimes. So yeah, it's one downside of this radio. So if you pick this up, we'll talk about final thoughts, but I'll give you an idea what to pay for it. Underneath here we have deep bass boost, off and on. I usually just leave it off. It's just I don't need the deep bass on this radio. It sounds well enough. Analog volume control right there. Here we have a lock switch to lock the radio out while you carry it in your pocket. Pretty nifty. Top of the radio, you can see there's a power button. It's pretty cool. It's got a neat red button there. Turn it on and off. And you have a sleep timer. So when you turn it on, here we go. Your frequency display, band, and then timer. So I turn this off. If I turn this back on and hold that button down, the timer will go away so it stays on all the time. Nifty. All right. So the back of the radio, you can see some of the chips that are in there. I don't think you can be able to read that through that frosted cabinet, but main chip there, probably got some amplifiers and some other ICs there. There you go. Runs on 2 AAA batteries. And in here, I think this door just comes off. And you can see how they're orientated. The top battery, the positive to the right, and the bottom battery, the positive is to the left. We have people ask, there's a little diagram right there if you can see it. There you go, there's a little diagram. Yeah, we have people asking which way the batteries go in, so it's a good idea that we do this. It's just sometimes a little bit of a pain to open and close the doors on camera, but there you go. All right, so let's talk about FM. Did I just put a fingerprint on it? Yeah, it's a screen. It's a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. All right, so let's talk about FM reception report. FM sensitivity. I found it to be okay to good, leaning towards the good side. I found 55 stations. I thought that was pretty nice, but this thing suffers on the selectivity. FM selectivity was fair to okay. Fair is a 1-star rating, okay is 2, so it's a 1.5-star rating. It's pretty weak. I'll be tuning through this, and the station bleed over is horrible. Strong stations bleeding over with each other. Some strong stations just taking over, a bunch of weaker stations that I know are there, but I can't tune them in because there's just too much of the bleed over on the station. So for an FM tuning experience, it's not so fantastic. You'll get your strong stations, and you'll be able to listen to them nicely. But that's what you'll be getting. You won't be getting any fringe FM stuff. Not with this little guy. It must have been a basic radio they mass produced, though it seems high quality. I'm surprised that FM circuit isn't better. I'm so used to these newer radios, like this one having a better FM capability, that and the DT180, which are great radios, which I'll link below. If you're looking for a headset-only radio, I would recommend those versus trying to find one of these. But if you're a collector, you might want one of these too. So I'm a collector. I love it. So let's see. I'll talk about FM reception, a little bit about AM reception, because we're going to do a little AM band scan with this radio, and I'll show you what it can do here. It's at dusk right now. I think it is currently 5:25 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. And we'll see if we can pick up any stations nearby and maybe some semi-distant ones. But during the day, the AM band was pretty good, pretty selective. I was able to pull out my normal stations. It seemed to do fairly well. I would say it was an average to a little bit above average on the AM during the day, which was good. I mean, this antenna did a great job. Nice. It's nice to have that experience after the FM wasn't so hot. Okay, so let's go ahead and hook it up. I've got my wire here. What we're going to do is use an external speaker source because, there's no speaker on this radio. And, one thing I wish it had is a belt clip. Oh, yeah, another thing. It came with a case, this little Sangean case, where you put it in there and you can just actuate the buttons with this. It's just a slip case. Just kind of goes in here like this. And you can do everything from here, but, it's got like a little belt loop, but I still feel that this radio could slide out of this case. So I don't know if I would trust this as a belt type setup. I would just maybe a pouch to throw in the, bag or the purse if, whatever you're using. So there you go. It's kind of neat. Let's go ahead and turn this on. So hit the power button here. We'll start at 520, start at the bottom of the band. I'll turn on my radio. Now what I'm using, of course, you guys know, probably by now, I use this GPX external speaker. It's not very good on FM or AM, so I use it to demo my radios. So 5:27 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's got a clock on it, which is nice. And it's plugged in here on the side where you can see this on the way line in. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this on. See if I get some static. Okay, it's working. I don't think I have anything on making noise. Okay, so let's see what it can pick up. Now remember the antenna is this orientation. So right now we're pointing to the west and east. I'm sorry, the south and north, and then our west is that way. So I'll have to remember to turn that around. Different when I'm used to the antennas on top here. Move this radio back a little bit.
2, 3, 4 ways to feature every camera. KFC makes finger looking good. From the WTMJ Chapter on Bedalong Down Home and 84.5 ESPN FM 540.
Okay. 540 is WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. It's not coming in that great, but you can hear it nulls when you turn it.
On AM 560, The Answer. I'm Tom Back. Check out Ground Game, the latest podcast from the Associated Press discussing the top political issues around the country.
Local,
Available on Apple Podcasts.
Oh yeah, before we go any further too, if you look here, those memo, recall, and priority keys, they're pretty neat. We'll maybe do a little bit of FM. I'll show you at the end of the video. But you have memo, and you have recall, and you have priority. So what you have for presets, this is really interesting. On FM, you have 15 presets. They figured you want to use this for FM mainly. On AM, you only have 6. It's kind of a bummer. I could typically get more AM stations than I do FM with this radio. It's pretty funny. And then we have 1 priority station. I'm giving you a total of 22 presets, which is kind of handy to have. Priority takes you right to an FM station I have it set to.
I'm happy to have a copy sent to you if you're interested in that, Amber. Okay, Amber?
Okay.
Get our band back there to AM, so you see how that works. And recall.
That's I don't think he had a ton of...
This radio. Love seeing.
There were times when players made big plays, but not enough of them where a defensive player stood out.
So we'll just scroll down here. You can just hold it.
And honesty.
All right, let's cruise up the band. This would be WMT Cedar Rapids. Not coming in great. But we are at dusk.
When Ciampa wanted to protect or advance his business, he'd have someone beaten or he'd kill him himself.
620 is WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
When the jury began deliberating, Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker stopped by and thanked prosecutors for their work.
It's a cool looking display.
Your Haskell News, Brooklyn, New York.
WTMJ News Time, 5:34.
Steve Shamraz, Carol Meekins, today's...
Okay, Hispanic music on WMFN, Peto in Illinois, about 75 miles away at 1600 watts, I believe, in the evening.
8708, and you could win a smile package courtesy of Delta Dental and 650 AM WSM. How old are you? 25.
So this is picking up WSM. So that's a good thing. It's Nashville, Tennessee, about 434 miles away. Yeah, loving it.
I will never get it, and I'll never understand how a kicker has a draw or a fade on a field goal attempt either. It just...
This is 670, the score, WSCR, Chicago. As you can tell, it's on preset 1.
It's dead center. Like, it...
We're not going to get 690, that's pretty far.
Night to night, you can listen to a particular episode.
This is 700.
Inside of Sports Talk, it's as easy as that. We try to make it easy, where you can listen. If you can't listen in real time, listen on your time. A couple of notes today from the area team.
700 is WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles away.
Earlier today, welcome back to the Queen City, Zach. Hashtag team.
710 is WOR, and yeah, I think I have a video up about that one. It's a hard station to grab usually, but I was able to find it with one of my radios the other day. Sweet.
Tomorrow night we'll have that game at 7:30 on the home of the Blackhawks, Northwestern Wildcats.
720 WGN, Chicago.
WGN Sports.
Your money, traffic, and weather next on WGN.
Man, we know that music, I just can't jam it. CFZ 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. This little radio, you know, all my little radios do great picking the station up. I love it.
For your route. Green for iPhone and Android. And powered by Brightbox Electrical. On shockingly good electricians.
WSC News Time 637. Triple Team Traffic starts with Doug Trimble.
We need a hero, please, to help move this trouble out of the left lane outbound on the East Freeway.
So that is WSB, Atlanta, Georgia. A little bit of noise there. 750. This is 630 miles. Okay, I'll orientate the radio this way. 760 WJR Detroit. Kind of picking up 780 there, bleeding through. Or 740, possibly. I'm thinking it's 780.
Gas price, give us the call, 312-409-GASS.
WBB News Time 538. Traffic and weather together on the gates is sponsored by Spot Hero. And here's Neil.
57 remains blocked off
4.
inbound from 147 to 100.
So 78 WBB in Chicago. Barely picking that up. That's 800 CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, about 270 miles away. Probably low power or pointing the wrong way.
And walk with Adam and Eve.
This is WGY, Albany, New York. Barely picking that up.
The Senate can confirm. And the Senate's sitting there sending us over.
Should be
so
local,
he's got 150.
WCPT.
He hasn't even bothered to nominate.
These stations aren't coming in. This would be WHAS. Probably later at night. There's CJBC, Toronto, Ontario. Just picking this up. WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles. The little pops of static you're hearing, I think is coming from your phone. So here's 880 WCBS, New York, 750 miles.
I could see some of the guys that I recognize. Buckus, of course. I missed Urlacher. I saw Joe Montana.
890 WLS, Chicago.
He's wearing a green jacket.
Well, what do you have in it for today?
920. There's a little WOC. It's a Wisconsin station. I don't have that handy. That's a daytime station. WKBM, Sandwich, Illinois.
They expect for them to.
They were not big fans of the halftime show. Maroon 5. I wonder if Adam Levine could fit another.
990 would be out that direction there.
When the game was over, I went in the dining room and ate another sausage.
WMVP, Chicago,
sausage down my throat.
That's a good move by you.
You know, I was good all night. I'm just gonna.
And also other parts of the upper extremity. You know, the forearm.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Fracture, that is
450
really
miles.
a forearm fracture. And whenever you have a
Study involves no medications. 3 overnight stays at BIDMC is also required. Your sleep and blood pressure will also be measured during the overnight stays. Participants may receive up to $1,050 and will receive a personalized summary of their sleep patterns. For more information, call 617-667-5243 or email sleeptime@bidmc.harvard.edu. We look forward to hearing from you.
This is it. This is the hair color that's changing the way women think and feel about coloring their hair.
Okay.
This is the hair color that's
Looking for the callers, but this should definitely be WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts. 880 miles, typically a big power station you can pick up easily with most radios.
I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, the company I named after my daughter.
Cool.
You know, but you're giving me 7 ESPN.
Here's WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Rather you not report a maintenance issue.
This is KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
End of Plano News Center. All right, you know what that means. It's time for your 1080 Pump Watch. And in Fort Worth at the Valero at White Settlement and 820 172. In Plano at the Costco at Dallas Parkway near Park Boulevard, we've got gas for $1.74. And $1.75 in Denton at the Kroger on SL 288 and Spencer Road. The current local average in North Texas, $1.93.
Well, starting at 6 o'clock, city leaders in Dallas will hear from people about a teen curfew. The city's long-standing and controversial ordinance expired last month. It might not be dead for long, though. NBC5's Maria Guerrero says...
Okay, new station for me. I think it is. I don't have it written down. 1080.
Police Chief Paul will be on hand tonight to hear from residents about what a teen curfew should look like, if there's even a need for one at all. Opponents have argued the city's previous curfew disproportionately targeted minorities. Some city and community leaders want to decriminalize.
You guys can fast forward, but I'm going to try to get call letters.
Parents of violators faced a misdemeanor with fines of up to $500. Another option on the table may be to have lesser penalties. Well, tonight, City Council member Omar Narvaez will hold a community meeting at the J.C. Zaragoza Recreation Center. The Dallas Police Department previously said it plans to bring forward a new proposed ordinance to the city before the summer. Now, a new ordinance...
Okay, maybe not, but it sounds like it's a Texas station. I'm looking it up, and I'm going to put it right there. It's a new station logged. Yeah, it's got to be. I don't remember logging this one at all. Very cool. This is why you band scan during dusk and early dawn hours. Awesome.
And then if they do lose and play that team again, it's like, oh, we're going to win because we never lose back to back. Everybody. They blew out.
It shows improvement. They're not winning a Super Bowl next year. Judge, you think the Browns are hoisting the Lombardi Trophy?
WTM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
No, and when you look at the off, very, very strong tool. You ever been hit with one of those?
I have not.
I just want you to know.
It's coming in pretty nice. I think this is KFAB, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles away. Nice.
5:45 at American Sports Voice. This is a new WTN Sports Desk and check-in with Chris Brady.
Nice win for the Blues on
This isn't
Saturday
coming
night.
in great. It's weird how some stations closer to me aren't coming in as good. This is 1120 KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri. 275 miles. It should be coming in like clear as day.
And like Vanderbilt, he makes like a 15-footer just the same trip.
I don't get this station too often either. WBBR, New York City, New York. Bloomberg Radio. This is 750 miles.
1, 2, 3. You say 1 in, 2 out.
Twitter, yep. AOC, Alexandria. We'll just refer to her as AOC. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, which is her Twitter handle.
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. So my East Coast stations are coming in good. All right. Like I call them mine. They're my stations. Not yours, mine. This is Wisconsin.
Coming up next here on the Common Good.
Chicago.
What we should have is history taught in schools. And in our history in this country, there is a huge...
Here's another station I get sometimes at dusk. I haven't ID'd yet, I don't think.
...by involving black people. So that should be part of our history. In August, we should learn about it. In November, we should learn about it. And I'm going to say January, not just February. Because there are actually people out there who say, you know, you gave us 1 month, every other month is White History Month.
Anybody has an idea, chime in. If I don't have it, pop up here. Cool. See, this is fun. I enjoy this. I mean, this might be the longest, boring part of the video, and I noticed, you know, sometimes people don't hang out this long, but some love it. So that's why I do it, because I love it. WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles. I'm not going to find much through here. But I think I'm pretty excited about getting 1080 because I really don't recall getting that, but I might be wrong. But getting a new Texas station, awesome. But that's some distance, and I like distant stations.
Schedule their parade in downtown Boston tomorrow after their Super Bowl victory yesterday, while the Bengals have hired Max Childress as head coach in franchise history. Cincinnati has not won a playoff game since nothing can make sense. Sports at 15:45 past every hour, or anytime at allmatters.com.
Below today actually is 5 to 6 degrees with a freezing rain warning effect.
Barely picking it up, but I can tell by the weather. It's cold there. It's CIWW, Ottawa, Ontario, 660 miles. Yeah. Everybody else is getting a thaw and they're getting cold still. Alright.
and then starts back.
So sensitive on the AM band. Slightly less selective, but not too bad. Dun, 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 dun.
Right now, you can get a $20 prepaid.
This is Davenport, WOC. Yeah, it's a mix of stations. There's like St. Louis station. I think there's another station on here. You can hear it.
And are happy they did. New Better Banks customer Kirk says, I truly
Illinois Peoria.
the personal attention I received from Chris at the
MBD.
Nitro event.
So Madison station.
Playing on, what, a 5-year timeline? Your receivers, but you can play on a pretty long timeline. The base 33, not even going to sacrifice.
This is KOKC, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 690 miles. Another one I don't get too often. Again, dusk is good.
They got 18 off against
1530s coming in nice.
And we're like the worst three-point shooting
Cincinnati, Ohio,
defensive
300 miles.
three-point shooting team in the country, everybody was saying.
Careful of what he throws up there.
Yep.
KXEL,
Hey, also,
Waterloo,
I
Iowa,
said to Coach
210 miles.
Jacobson today, you know, how
Buzz through top here.
4 runs of 1 yesterday.
This could be Ann Arbor, Michigan. WAAM. It's about 231 miles, 5,000 watt tower. That would be the direction. Going east. Music here, yeah, sounding clear as a bell. 1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Awesome. Lake County, Hazardous Road.
That's what I do where it makes people sound on top.
KCJJ, Iowa City. I think we're pretty much through. This is Waterloo, Iowa.
That's a really good.
KZNZ.
If you can emotionally and mentally and strategically and tactically.
Not sure. Where we're at here on 1660.
Remember our win? Oh my gosh, he was almost
Stuff
sacked.
breaks down.
And he rolled out, and you know.
Sports Channel 1700, which I don't have written down.
He gets a lot of his downfield passes.
Again, if you guys know,
2 extra steps,
or if I find out, I'll post it.
Give him enough time, and he's got it.
And 1710 static. Alright, let's turn this off. Okay, cool. Let's do final thoughts. Yeah, you know, this is still a great little radio. Yeah, so this is the Sangean DT110. It does say it right there. It's really hard to read, but there it is. Yeah, I mean, if you pick this up cheap, I would say saw it at the thrift store, or you saw it online, and you're like, you know, you see the Discovery version. It's the same radio. You know, say Discovery on it. It might be a solid colored case, or may have a different name, but it looks identical. Because I said they made a lot of these, I think. Buy it for the AM and have fun. That's what I would say. Because as you heard, I think I found a new station with it. It does have some good sensitivity on the AM band, and it's pretty much a good AM band receiver. But with the headphones, you got to get used to the hiss, and you know, sometimes you just tune it out by listening to it long periods, and you just don't notice it anymore. But that is one downside to this radio. It does have that. So with that said, I'd recommend you buy this radio if you see it, you know, for sale around $10 and under. If you see it for $15-20, just pass. Save your money up. Buy yourself a DT180. You know, they're like $30. You can get it's a really nice radio. And I'll put a link down below, and the video link, you'll like it. It's a great radio. It's smaller. It operates on the same amount of batteries. I like it. I believe it has more station memories, or maybe not. This one may actually have more. I don't remember that exactly, but yeah. Otherwise, though, reception-wise, they're pretty equal. This might have a little edge on sensitivity, but not selectivity. Selectivity seems to be a little difficult, but it's there. FM definitely is better on the DT180, so they have upgraded over time, as you can tell. But there it is, the DT110. It is a buy at $10 or under. Anything over $10, save your money and buy a newer Sangean. You'll be happy. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you watching. And if you are new to the channel, you love Sangean radios, make sure to hit subscribe and the bell icon. Get notified of more Sangean radio videos because I do look out for these and I buy these quite often. As you guys know, if you look at my playlist, I have a whole Sangean dedicated playlist because I love Sangean radios. You will see a ton, and I think I have another one coming. So yeah, I'm gonna get some more of these guys. And of course, hit the bell icon to get notified of those videos. And number 3 here, just comment below what you think about this radio. Would you buy it? Would you pass on it? Something that is interesting for the collection? Let me know. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Take care and goodbye.